not about the money, it's the principle. Gotta watch who you revere, who you listen to. I speak the Eastern soul, my flow medicinal. And I buried the old man, now I'm invincible. Gotta be wise in judgment, it's critical. Either couple with this brotherhood or you'll get ridiculed. The greatest man, the greatest servant, I kill for who I minister to. And I'm going war, nigga, win or lose. Hey, I was forged from the fire, torn from the liar. If hand join in hand, you'll get caught up in the crossfire. Become a casualty of chance, I'm in my stance, still in hand, ready to swing it like a lance. If the enemy advance, I'ma enhance. Had the benefit of the doubt, he never had a chance. Hey, this the shit that they beg for, that burned down the wicked Judge Dredd flow. Bitch, I am the law. Y'all faced it, prepared for war.
I'm gon' war till the day I'm done. Number one till the day I'm done. I'ma grind till the day is done. I'ma war till the day I'm done. It can't stop me. Nothing new up under the sun. I'm gon' war till the day I'm done. Number one till the day I'm done. I'ma grind till the day is done. I'ma war till the day I'm done. It can't stop me. Nothing new up under the sun.
I see what they say. Never envy a carnal man. Claim they real, they actions don't match what they saying. I got the upper hand, what you don't understand, youngin'. I'd rather bleed than concede, now that's saying something. These niggas cunning, they want my power, they never take it from me. Hey, for that money, I heard you assisted. I can't go out like that, they'll have to 86 me.
I.S.U.P.K. 53rd and Lord, Passover.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the I.S.U.P.K. down in Florida. I'm Captain of 10,000 Shamoy Yalo. We here to let you know the 53rd annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida. It's going down in South Florida, Cocoa Beach.
Friday, April 15th, 2022.
The lamb, the wine, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, you understand? Good music, good weather, the palm trees, the whole nine.
This is going to be glorious. Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
April 15th and the 16th. Don't just book for the 15th. Book for the 15th and the 16th.
It's going down Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
Moses told Pharaoh we need 3 days to be able to go out into the wilderness and serve our power the way he commands. You're going to have to get that off with your boss, with your slave master. So make sure you in the building. Cocoa Beach, Florida, April 15th to 16th, 2022 is going down. We'll see y'all there. Shalom.
Black power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000.
All right, clap it up. Shalom Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatham to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemal Lathan B'Hashem Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. We're the I.S.U.P.K. started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. And we were teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the truth of the Bible since 1969. And the truth of the Bible is that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites that the Bible speaks about. You are the Lord's chosen people. right? You are the people that the Lord chose to rule the earth, man, and everybody on it and everybody in it, man. Anybody telling you to be equal to all the other to these heathen nations are liars, man. They are false prophets. They are false prophets. And we're going to prophesy against these false prophets, man. That's what we're going to do.
Right.
That's damn right, man. Right. One of the greatest false prophets ever was Martin Luther King, man. And today is MLK Day. He was one of the greatest false prophets ever. He was not a follower of the Bible, man. He did not believe in the Bible, but he did believe in Gandhi, right? He did believe in Gandhi. He read a verse that said about Christ turning the other cheeks and forgiving your brother 70 times 7, right? And he put that image and that understanding to the oppressor. He put that image to the oppressor, man. But he got that from Gandhi, man, because he didn't get that from Christ, man. Christ wasn't turning the other cheek from the oppressor, man. He was turning the other cheek for his brother, man. He was forgiving his brother. He was forgiving his Israelite brother, man, the Black, Hispanic, and Native American brother. That's who he was forgiving, man. Wasn't forgiving and turning the other cheek to the so-called white man, man. So-called white man bust Martin Luther King upside his head with a rock, man.
Right.
And he said, "It's okay, brother. Just keep on walking. Keep on marching. It's okay, brother." It's not okay, man. That's not okay to get hit upside the head with a big rock, man. It's not okay to get murdered, man, by the other nations, man. When that happens, man, that is an act of war, man. That is an act of war, man. That's an act of war. Talking about don't the Bible say don't make no covenants with them? Matter of fact, hey, find me that scripture, all right? Don't make no covenants with them. Find me that scripture. Let's start off with that scripture first.
Get that right quick.
Yeah. Because we're not supposed to make no covenants with these heathen nations, and that's what he was doing. He was making covenants with the heathen nations, and putting his people at risk by making covenants with the heathen nations. That's what that is about voting, man. That's what it was when he was going to go meet with what's his name? I want to say Richard Nixon, but I think it's Jimmy Carter and JFK.
Right.
He was going to go meet with. That's what he was doing.
I got it.
You got it?
Okay.
Go ahead, man. Let me get that.
Exodus chapter 23, verse 32.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
Right. It says, thou shalt make no covenant with them, man. And that's what all these false prophets do, man. That's what TD Jakes do. That's what Creflo Dollar do. That's what Martin Luther King did. That's what Farrakhan is doing. They're making covenants with these heathen nations, man, with these other nations, man. And for doing that, they're leading our people astray, man.
Right.
They're leading our people they're leading our people to love these other nations, to say it's nothing wrong with these other nations, while these other nations are killing us, man. While these other nations are murdering us, man. While these other nations are putting a foot on our neck, man. While these other nations are in our neighborhood treating us like criminals, but they're selling goods to us, but they're treating us like criminals in our own neighborhood, man. In our own place of where we're supposed to be living at and supposed to have our own happiness, man. Our own people selling our stuff to ourselves. That's what's supposed to be happening, man. We're supposed to be keeping that black dollar in the Black and Hispanic and Native American community, man. Because we're the only ones that take care of us anyway. But these false prophets, right? These Christian pastors, these fake Israelite groups, man. These Muslim imams, the ones that run the Nation of Islam, right? They are selling us out, man. They're selling us out, and that's what they do. They're selling us out, man. They're not teaching us anything righteous, anything pain from profane. They're not trying to keep us lawful, right? Right. They're not. Most of these people sell drugs. Most of these false prophets know the people that sell drugs, and they don't say anything to them about selling drugs as long as they get their cut, right? And don't most of the Muslims don't they sell drugs?
Right.
Then they go to jail and be like, and they be beating their head against the ground, and they come out and they continue to sell more drugs and hurt our people. What's up? You got something to say, Art?
Slocky, I mean, interrupt, but I just wanted to add to it. A lot of times, what happens is our people fall prey unto certain music artists because of their style. They might like a couple bars that they spit and think, "Oh, this person's deep," almost like as if they're adhering to that person, like as if they think of them to be as like a prophet, you know, because like a hip hop artist with good lyrics might be seen as somebody who's wise and understanding. Meanwhile, they're selling drugs.
Right.
Meanwhile, they're still smoking weed and
right.
not living a lifestyle that promotes an actual righteous way of life.
Right. And they call it and they're false prophets also, exactly. Because they're gonna try to prophesy and say something cool like vote or die. You know what I'm talking about? Right, yeah. Meanwhile, they're leading you. Give me that in Deuteronomy 15 and 17, man. Or is it 15 to 17? I want to say 17 to 15.
I'll get that.
It's one of those, man. You know, dyslexia is something else. But yeah, you feel me? And they want to say something cool like vote or die, right? But then they're leading us astray also. And then after you get that, man, give me Jeremiah 14 and 2. I'm not even into the lesson yet.
I got Deuteronomy.
You got it about the voting?
Come on.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee.
Right. You shouldn't set no king over you, man. You shouldn't set no king over you. You know who chooses your king? The Lord, man. The Lord power Yahweh, the Lord God of Israel. He sets the king over us, man. He picks who's king, and he gave us a king in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man, who the world knows as Jesus Christ, man. Go ahead.
Come on. Whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
Right, because the Lord is going to choose our king. The Lord is going to choose who's going to be over us. The Lord is going to choose that. Right? He chose Saul. Then he took Saul away because Saul didn't want to listen. Then he chose King David. He chose Solomon. He chooses who's going to be over the nation of Israel, man.
Right.
The Lord chooses that, man. We have no right to choose our own leader because we know nothing. We know nothing compared to the Most High, man. The Most High knows all. He knows everything, man. So who are we to try to choose our leader when the Lord already chose our leader, man?
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
Right.
One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee.
Hold on. Go back to one from among our who?
One from among thy brethren.
One from among thy brethren, right? Not was George Bush from our brethren?
No.
Bill Clinton?
No.
What about Barack Obama?
No.
Well, none of them were from our. Trump wasn't from our. Is none of our brethren, and Joe Biden is none of our brethren. Kamala Harris is none of our brethren. Why are we trying to pick and choose our oppressor to be over us, man? When the Lord set our king over us, man, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, a black man from the tribe of Judah, man, an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, he set him over us, man. So why are we trying to choose and pick who's going to be over us? We had two choices: Joe Biden or Donald Trump. Donald Trump wanted to build a wall and keep our brothers out, right? And then Joe Biden was the one that was locking us up on the 3 strikes law way back in the gap,
right.
Back in the 90s, man. We're trying to pick. This snake is gonna bite you, and this snake is gonna bite you. Both snakes are gonna bite you, but we're trying to choose which one's gonna bite which one's not gonna bite the least.
Right.
That's what we're trying to figure out. No, we're not picking none of that, man. Because you know who's gonna bite the least? Yahweh Shai Mashiach. If we just do what he say, he's not gonna bite it all. He's gonna actually give you something to bite with. You know what I'm talking about? With those law, statutes, and commandments, man. That's the only thing that keeps you living, man. That's the only thing that's gonna bring you to life, man. You know what's not gonna bring you to life? Going against those principles, going against those teachings of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. That's gonna give you death, man.
That's right.
And that's what these Christian pastors, that's what these Muslim imams doing. That's what these fake Israelite groups are doing, and that's what these rappers are doing. Everybody in the world is going against Christ, except the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, man. except the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General Yohana. We're the only one that's on the side of Christ, man. That's on the side of the Most High. And everybody else is going against the Most High because they can give a damn about the Most High. They just want to keep their seat with Caesar. That's what they want to do, man. They want to keep their seat with Caesar. They want to keep flying on them $67 million jets. They want to keep keep getting those riding in the Maybachs, riding in the nice Benzes, keep sending their kids off to college. Right? That's what they want to keep doing while you riding a bus to the church, man. While you riding a bus to the church and giving the pastor tithes. They want to keep the law of tithing, right? They don't want to tell you about not worshiping other gods on Christmas and on Thanksgiving and on Easter and on Halloween and on New Year's, man. But they want you to keep that law of tithing, though. Why is that, man? Why is that? Because they want your money, man. We're gonna get into that later. You got that in Jeremiah 14:2?
It's locked. I want to still have this other one.
Oh, it's still more to that?
Okay.
Go ahead.
It says, "Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee."
Right. You shouldn't set no stranger over you, man. And that's what these other nations are. These other nations are strangers to you and your God, man. To you and your power, man. They're strangers to you, man. Because they can't hold a candle to you, man. Because you're great. You're the greatest thing that the Lord ever created, man.
Right.
You're the one that the Lord set over these nations, man. You're the one that the Lord set over these nations. The Lord didn't say everybody be equal. He said he chose you to be above all people on the planet, man. On the earth, man. That's what the Lord said. The Lord said he chose you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, to be above everybody. Go ahead,
I believe that the way this kingdom is they try to coerce us into wanting to vote because they continuously want us to look to them for our savior.
Yeah.
Because what that is like, say, for instance, you remember when Trump got put in office, it was like, man, this guy's terrible. We got to get him out of office. Who's going to save us from Donald Trump?
Bro.
And they're going to try to say Joe Biden's going to save us from Donald Trump. Now, Joe Biden is really not doing nothing to help black folks. And when Obama was running for office, they was trying to prop him up like he was some sort of savior. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
The only savior that we have is Yahushua Mashiach.
That's the only savior. You damn right. You damn right. Matter of fact, after you're done with Jeremiah 14:2, give me Lamentations 4:18. What you're saying is biblical. That's what you're saying is biblical, and that's what they want, and that's really what they want. They want us to be. They want us to look at them as saviors when they're not gonna save. When they're not gonna save nothing, man. If Yahushua Mashiach, if Jesus Christ was a white man, don't look for him to save nobody.
Right.
And the white man ain't saving nobody. You got that for me?
Jeremiah 14:2.
Yep.
Judah mourning.
Right. It says Judah is in mourning. Who is Judah? Judah is the so-called is the tribe of Judah, the so-called black man. Right. Judah's mourning. Keep going.
Okay. And the gates thereof languish.
And the gates thereof languish. Right. So what does the gate do? If you have a gate around your house, right? Or let's say you have a flock of sheep, right, and you have gates around that flock of sheep. What does that do?
It's supposed to protect them and keep them from leaving in unsafe conditions.
Right. It's supposed to keep them from unsafe conditions. It's supposed to keep all the wolves out, and it's supposed to keep them separated from the wolves. Right.
Right.
Right. But what if that gate's languish? What would happen?
It makes them vulnerable.
Makes us vulnerable, right? So it says, I start that over one more time.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Judah mourneth.
It says Judah mourneth, right? So you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are mourning, right? We're mourning. We got brothers brothers at the border that separated from their wives and their children going missing and having to sleep with foil blankets, stuck at the border. Right, we got Haitians in Mexico living underneath a bridge, getting beat and getting mistreated. Right, we got blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans over here on this side getting killed and murdered. Right, abortion clinics in their neighborhood, drugs getting put in their neighborhood. Right. That's what we have over here. Right, in the worst conditions of the worst conditions in the world, man. Roaches, rats, housing projects. You know what I mean? Barrios, reservations, man. On some reservations, they drink the sum of 800 beers a day because they're in mourning, because they lost their land. Not in war. They lost their land in unrighteousness, man.
Mm-hmm.
And people making peace treaties and then not keeping the peace. Right? So this says that we are mourning, man. We are mourning all over the earth, man. Trayvon Martin, his mother, in mourning. George Floyd, his mother, in mourning.
Right.
Botham Jean, his mother, in mourning. Right? Breonna Taylor, her mother, in mourning. Her father, in mourning. Her man, in mourning. In mourning, man. Right? Keep going on.
Khan, they are black unto the ground.
No, we're against language.
Oh, Salakia. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Right, and their gates thereof languish, meaning who's supposed to keep the black community in check, man? Who's supposed to do that? Do you know?
Their leaders, their elders.
Their leaders, their elders, man. They're Martin Luther Kings. They're Farrakhan's, right? Right. Who else? They want to say Brother Pol. They want to say Polite is a leader, right? If he was a leader, he's supposed to keep him in check, right?
Right.
Jesse Jackson, right? Al Sharpton. All of these different entities that's supposed to be leaders. Jay-Z, they want to call Jay-Z a leader, right? All these different entities that's supposed to be leaders in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community supposed to keep the problems out, right? And the only leader that's doing that is Commanding General Yohana. He's the only one that's keeping the leaders out and keeping the nation righteous, man, and trying to keep the nation righteous and doing what he's supposed to do for the nation, man. That's why we're in mourning, because our leaders are languishing. Our leaders are not doing their job. Our leaders are being false prophets, and all they care about is a check. And when they get a check from the oppressor, they can give a damn about you, man. They'll sell you up the road, man. They will sell you up the road as soon as they get a check. They always do things for checks, man. Meanwhile, Commanding General Yohana sent his captains, officers, and troopers and young men to Acuña, right, to Acuña, Mexico, to help out the children of Levi, man. They help out the children of Levi. Commanding General Yohana is the greatest leader to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. That's it. That's it. Because he does things for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans and does not want to check for it. He does things for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? And he doesn't give a damn about getting $1 about it. He still drives a modest car. He still drives a regular old hoopty, right? You know what I mean? He's like a regular. He's like a regular old. He's just a regular man, right? The only thing different about Commanding General Yohana is he actually listens to the Lord and keeps the law, statutes, and commandments, and he teaches other men to do that. What's up, Bob?
You know, and thinking about leadership and the roles that they play, like, you know, when a president has a situation going on, you know, he goes to what's called the situation room, right?
Right.
When they go to the situation room, they're watching live feeds of soldiers bombing a city or bombing an enemy or causing some manner of destruction more times than not.
Mm-hmm.
Commanding General Yohana, when he sends his soldiers out, they're out there feeding people.
Right.
He's seeing live streams of people calling his young men that he's raised up in the school angels.
Right.
He's seeing them teaching and feeding the people that had no hope. Meanwhile, our enemy, their situation room, they out there killing.
Hey.
But we out here making people live.
Right.
And that's how our war room works.
Right.
You know, that's how our situation. And I remember I even listened to General Muhammad. He was watching the live stream, seeing the footage as it was happening, and it gave me that same feeling. It's like, that's kind of like what the leaders of America do when they're watching their military in action. They're looking to see the status of the situation, if the soldiers are in safe conditions, if they made it across the border okay, if they're making it back okay. And when you see our people, our leadership doing this similar fashion, watching the men that are being put out on the front lines, they're making sure that they're okay. But the things that they're doing is something that's going to benefit the planet and benefit the nation of Israel. And that's a righteous thing to see. And that's just something that I remember picking up on when that happened a couple months back. Salakia.
Hey, damn right. You are absolutely correct, man. You're absolutely correct. So because when the Bible says that our gates languish, man, our gates are languishing, and the only gate that is still holding strong is the I.S.U.P.K. is commanding General Yohana in the I.S.U.P.K. That's the only gate that's still holding strong, man. That's the only gate that's still holding strong. The other gates have fell down, languished. They running for cover. They getting stumped all over. And commanding General Yohana's gate is still holding up, man, and it's spreading, and it's spreading over the world right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's actually keeping Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans safe, because it's the only place that's safe for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is in the I.S.U.P.K, man. Because you go to the Christian church, they're gonna try to have sex with your wife. They're going to try to molest your daughters, your sons. You go to the Catholic church, they're going to try to molest your daughters. They're going to try to molest your sons, right? You go anywhere else, man, they're going to try to tie you to these other nations. But right. You come here into the I.S.U.P.K, you get to learn your history and learn your culture, and most of all, learn your nationality, man. Learn who you are in the Bible, man. Learn that you are not an African American. That you are not a black man, you are not a Mexican, that you are not a Puerto Rican, right? That you are not a Panamanian, right? You find out that you are Yasha Allah, man. You are children. You are children of the power, man. Princes and princesses of the power, man. What power that is? That is the God of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man.
That's right.
There's more on that.
Khan. Again, Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourning, and the gates thereof languish.
Right.
They are black unto the ground.
Right. Is that it on that?
Come.
They are black unto the ground, man. That is right, man. That is right. We are dark-skinned people. We are black unto the ground. Give me that Lamentations 4:18, then we'll get into the lesson. We're not even into the lesson yet. You know what I mean? We're not even into the lesson yet. Because this Bible right here is kryptonite to these false prophets, man. These Christian churches, these Muslim mosques. They are kryptonite to these fake Israelite groups, man. Kryptonite. Because once we start bringing out the real Bible, because you can't fake this. You can't shuck and jive it. Because once you start getting into the Bible and start bringing out them scriptures, man, they cut deep too, man. And it hurts. Especially when you think you're doing right and you're not doing right at all.
Use Lamentations chapter 4
and 18.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 18.
Uh-huh.
They hunt our steps.
Right. Because they hunt our steps, man. That's what they did with Ahmaud Arbery, man. They hunted their steps, man. Talking about the white man. They hunt their steps, man. Keep going.
That we cannot go in our streets.
Right. Because we can't even go in our streets, man. Trayvon Martin tried to go in his streets, tried to go home, but he couldn't even go in his streets. The police officer told George Zimmerman not to follow him, and he still followed him, man. Mike Brown was just walking home from the stove. You feel me? Sandra Bland was just going home. Breonna Taylor was in her house.
Wow.
So was Botham Jean. He was in his house. Keep going.
Our end is near.
Right.
Our days are fulfilled.
Right.
For our end is come.
Right. Is that it on that?
That's the end of that verse.
Man,
what you looking for? Lamentations?
Yeah, look for a nation that could not save us.
Is it the verse above?
Is for verse 17? I knew I was close, man. Go ahead, give me that one. I knew I was close. I was like, wait, for 18, it's 7. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17.
Right, because this is what we do. This what these false prophets of our nations. This what they do. This what they sell us out to these other nations so that we look for the other nations to save us, and that we don't look for Yahweh Shai Mashiach to save us.
Right.
We don't look for our power to save us. We try to do everything up under the sun, not to do what our Lord said and to do what these other nations said. Keep going. Go ahead.
Verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Right. Our eyes are yet to fail for our vain help. We looking for somewhere. We looking for something, and we just cannot find it. But that's because our leaders, right? They are sending us to other nations to get our learning. They're sending us to other nations to get our saving. We're trying to go to other nations for them to save us.
Right.
So we're looking for something that we're not gonna find. Keep going.
Okay. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Right. As we're watching, we're looking for a nation that cannot save us. We're looking for a nation that cannot save us, man. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the white men to save us. We're looking for Africans to save us. We're looking for Arabs to save us. We're looking for Chinese to save us. And it always comes in their religions. It always comes in their Pan-Africanism. It always comes in their Islam. It always comes in their Christianity. It always comes in their Buddhist temple, man. That's what it always comes in. It always comes for us to try to look for them to save us in their religions, man. And their way of life, their culture cannot save us because we have a culture of our own, man. Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 8. Well, that's the end of that verse.
Oh, that's the end of that verse?
Come on.
All right. Now we can drop that, man. Let's go to Jeremiah 23, verse 1. Jeremiah 23, verse 1, man. Let's start getting on these false prophets, man. I've been ranting for 30 minutes now. But everything we pulled was right. Was right. If you have any questions, you can type them in the chat. Make sure you like and share the class.
Okay. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Woe be unto the pastors.
Yeah, woe be unto who?
To the pastor.
Destruction. That's what woe means. Woe means destruction. Destruction be unto the pastors, man. Now read that one more time.
Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
It says, woe be unto the who?
Unto the pastors.
Woe be unto TD Jakes. Keep going.
That destroy.
No.
Woe be unto the pastors.
Woe be unto Queffo Dollar.
Woe be unto the pastors.
Woe be unto Joel Osteen.
Woe be unto the pastors.
Woe be unto Martin Luther King.
Woe be unto the pastors.
Woe be unto Farrakhan, man.
Woe be unto the pastors.
Woe be unto these fake Israelite groups.
Woe be unto the pastors.
What they do?
That destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
Right, because they tell them that God loves everybody. They tell them that, you can go be this, you can go be that, and it doesn't matter. You can go vote. You can break God's laws and the Lord still love you. You ever heard that? You ever heard that? Right. When they say God hates the sin but loves the sinner. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. That is wrong. Because they're lying to you, man. They're lying to you because they're sinning still too. So they want to be okay with the Lord while they're sinning. Right? That's why we start out with thou shalt not make no covenants with them. Because you shouldn't make no covenants with them, man. But that's what every pastor and every other religion does. They make covenants with the other nations, man. Even though they're Israelites, and then you tell them that, you're Israelites and you shouldn't be dealing with other nations, dealing with and they be like, yeah, I know I'm an Israelite. That's the Old Testament, brother. Right? Who separated the testaments? Who told you there was an Old Testament that's done away with and there's a New Testament that you should only be following? And the New Testament is more revolutionary is a lot more revolutionary than the Old Testament, if you ask me. Because the Old Testament the New Testament is some revolutionary-ish in there. What's going on?
Okay. Basically, what he's saying is talking about scattering his sheep, right? And in the sense that our people were at once together. Our people were as one at one point in time. These false prophets have scattered us and put us and blended with the other nations and has caused us to have covenants with the other nations and the lifestyle that we live that causes us to be destroyed because we don't keep his commandments. And that's how you can tell who a false prophet is because one, they're not trying to bring the nation of Israel back together again. They're trying to scatter us and put us amongst everybody else.
Right. They're trying to join you to other nations.
That's right.
That's how you're right. You damn right. But you gotta be careful about the ones that the ones that say they Israelites and they're not keeping the laws and statutes and commandments either, or not even trying to either. They're trying to scatter you amongst the other nations, also trying to put you in their jails.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to put you in their jails, trying to get you to sleep with their women, like GMS and like I.U.I.C. You know what I mean? You got to be careful with them too. Because those the ones that's gonna have you feeling like and thinking that you're doing right. And then all the whole time you sinning against your God.
Right.
You feel me?
Come on.
I totally feel what you're saying. I totally understand what you're saying. Give me that one more time.
Come on. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture,
right?
Saith the Lord.
Right. Says who?
Saith the Lord.
Man, he said they destroy and scatter his flock, man. Destroy and scatter his sheep. How did they destroy us, man? How did they destroy us? By letting them put abortion clinics in our neighborhood.
Right.
How did they destroy them? How did they destroy us? By not telling us that sex is marriage.
Right.
Right. How did they destroy us? By telling them shrimp, crab, and pork and lobster is okay. How did they destroy them? By telling them God's laws are done away with, man.
Right.
All the laws except tithing. All the laws are done away with except tithing. Hey, how about you, sharp bracket? Trooper Safari, that's my dog. Right? Because they tell them that the laws and statutes and commandments are done away with. You feel me? That's how they destroy us, man. Because if they was telling them that the laws and statutes and commandments they're all still supposed to be done, you know what I mean? It'd be a different Christian church. They'll have a little bit more a little bit more discipline, just a little bit. I ain't gonna say a lot, but they're gonna have a little bit more discipline. You know what I mean? And maybe, just maybe, they won't be molesting kids in there and trying to sleep with everybody's wife and keeping up the gossip and all that extra. Keep going, Art.
Come, verse 2. Therefore said the Lord God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people.
Right. Against the pastors that feed my people. Because they out here feeding the people a whole bunch of BS. Mm-hmm. A whole bunch of BS, a whole bunch of malarkey. Right? So the Lord is against those pastors that's out here trying to feed the people. It keep going. It's going to keep going. It's going to explain it. Go ahead.
Ye have scattered my flock.
Right. So he's talking about the pastors that has scattered his flock, not commanding General Yohanes that's bringing all the tribes together.
Right.
Not that. He's not talking about commanding General Yohanes that's bringing all the tribes together. He's talking about these fake Israelite groups. He's talking about these Christian pastors. He's talking about everybody that's trying to separate they're trying to separate everything. Right. They have a unity camp with the fake Israelite groups, and they'd be at the unity camp being separate. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, we're at the I.S.U.P.K Passover all together, loving each other. So much love to go around. You know what I mean? Keep going. All right.
And driven them away.
Right.
And have not visited them.
Right. And driven them away and have not visited them. Remember, I was telling you earlier about the pastors, right? And how they want that tithing money so they can send their kids to college, so they can buy that new Cadillac, that new Rolls Royce, so they can buy that big house. But then they don't go visit the brothers and sisters when they get sick and they be in the hospital. They don't go visit them.
Right.
They don't go visit them. They don't go out to the hood and be out there telling them that, oh, you Lord's chosen people, and you got to stop doing this madness out here. You know what I mean?
Right.
You feel me? You know, Christ is a black man, and you got to see Christ in your brother. They're not trying to bring people together. They're trying to separate people. They're trying to get what they get and dip off, man, because they're selfish. They're selfish. How many times you hear Christians say, oh, my God and my God and my God? I thought that was the God of everybody. You know what I mean? It's because they're selfish and they're learning selfishness from their Christian pastor, man.
Right.
Keep going, Art.
Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away. And have not visited them.
Right.
Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing.
Right. He's going to visit upon you the evil of your doings. When you out there doing that evil and separating his people and telling the laws is done away with and being a false prophet, the Lord is going to see you and visit you about your misdoings, about your evil doings. You want to have sex with everything that's in the front row? Is it the front row or the second row? I don't know. I ain't been to church in forever. But you want to have sex with all the deacons' wives and all the brothers' wives in the church? The Lord is going to see you about that. The Lord is going to see you about that. You want to take the tithe money and mistreat and misspend the tithe money, right? The Lord is going to see you about that.
Right.
The Lord is going to see you about that. You don't have to worry. The Lord is going to see you about that. Go ahead.
Come on. I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord.
No, says me just saying this out the side of my neck.
Saith the Lord.
No, it says I.S.U.P.K that just saying out the side of his neck.
Saith the Lord.
The commanding general Yohanan is just saying this out the side of his neck.
Saith the Lord.
The Lord is saying this, man.
Right.
The Lord is telling you about yourself. We're just reading it, but the Lord is telling you about yourself. The Lord is telling you about yourself. That's why you should watch your step. You should watch what you do. You should always think righteousness first. Give me Ezekiel 34, man. 34 and 10. But you should always think about yourself. Huh? You should always think about yourself. You know what I mean? You need to be doing the right thing. You need to be teaching the right thing. Because if you're not teaching the right thing, the Lord is going to see you about that. And the Lord sees everybody. The Lord's going to see everybody. The Lord's going to see everybody about what they do, what they did, what they're doing, what they're going to do. The Lord is going to see everybody. The Lord ain't going to miss a beat. He's not going to miss a jump. You know what I mean? The Lord don't miss nothing. The Lord sees all and he knows all. Keep going. Oh, you go ahead. My bad.
Okay. Ezekiel chapter 34 and verse 10. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against the shepherd.
He's a what?
I am against the shepherd.
He said he is against the shepherds. What? I thought the Lord loved everybody, brother. I thought the Lord loved everybody. No, the Lord just said he's against somebody. But the Lord loves everybody, though. The Lord loves everybody. It don't matter if you black, green, blue, purple, or white. Mm-hmm. You know, the Lord loves everybody, brother. All you have to do is believe. You know what I'm talking about? Lying up there like that on your I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay. Behold, I am against the shepherds, and I will require my flock at their hand.
Right.
And cause them to cease from feeding the flock.
Right. So he's gonna stop that. He's gonna stop them from feeding the people that BS. He's gonna cease them from feeding the people from feeding them that BS. That's what he's gonna do. You want to feed my people that BS? Stop that. Your pockets won't be fat no more, brother. You won't your Cadillac, your Rolls Royce, your brand new G5 jet is gonna break down. How about that? Keep going on.
And cause them to cease from feeding the flock.
Right.
Neither shall the shepherds feed themselves anymore.
Boy, you gonna be broke. You're gonna be broke, hungry, and praying that the Lord was with you. I mean, what? And you're gonna be sitting there. You're sitting there like, I taught your word, Lord. I did this, Lord. I did that, Lord. Mm-hmm. Right? And then the Lord gonna be like, cease from me, flee from me. I don't know you. I've never knew you. Be gone. You know what I'm talking about? Because you wasn't teaching in the name of Yahweh. You was teaching in the name of devils.
Right.
You was teaching in the name of Caesar Borgia. You wasn't teaching in the name of Yahweh Mashiach, man, and the God of the Bible. You wasn't. Keep going on.
Oh God. For I will deliver my flock from their mouth.
Right.
That they may not be meat for them.
Right, because all you do is eat up the flock. All you do is do evil to the flock and take their money and don't help them when they need it. And when they get sick in the hospital, you don't go visit them and things like that. That's all you do. Christian pastor, Muslim, Muslim imam, whatever, I don't know what they call them, but the Muslim mosques, fake Israelite groups. Once they not value no more, you don't need them no more. Once they ran out of their tithe money, you don't need them no more. And you kick them to the curb. Right? You kick to the curb. Meanwhile, in the I.S.U.P.K, when brothers ain't got no money, don't worry about it. You still gonna eat. You still go. You feel me?
Right.
Don't worry about that. You still gonna eat. You know, so but I ain't. Everybody pull up to the restaurant. I ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. Don't worry about it. You still gonna eat. You with me. You still gonna eat. You know what I'm talking about? You with us. You still gonna eat. We all gonna put in $2 and the brother gonna get something to eat. So you know what I mean? Because everybody eats, B. That's paid in full. I don't know if you know, but everybody's gonna eat. Everybody's gonna get a plate. Everybody's gonna eat, man. We're gonna do what we have to do to feed the Lord's people, man. To feed the Lord's people. The Lord's people gonna get theirs. You could trust and believe that. We don't need no Christian pastor to go feed nobody, nothing like that. But the Lord's people gonna get their food, or they're gonna get their ration. Is that it on that?
Come. That's in verse 10.
Now let's go to Matthew 7 and 15.
Come.
Oh, let's go to Matthew 7 and 15. Because we know what the false prophets are, because we know what the fruit they bear. You know what I mean?
Come. I got it right here.
Like, oh, hold up. All right, go ahead.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
Beware of false prophets.
It says, beware of the false prophets. Beware of the brothers that's not telling you about the law, statutes, and commandments. Beware of the brothers that are not telling you that you're not Israel.
Right.
Even the brothers that's telling you that you're Israel but not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Be aware of them too, because they'll lie. They'll lie to you too, and they'll have you out here. Having sex with white women.
Right.
You feel me? They'll have you out here turning your brother in for a check, to the police for a check. Talking about warrants. Christ had a warrant, man. Be careful, man, because they'll have you out here having sex with another brother's wife. So you got to be careful about who you deal with. Beware of false prophets. Keep going.
Come. Which come to you in sheep's clothing.
Like, oh, everything's all right, brother. Everything's okay. Meanwhile, behind that, boy, they mass murderers, man. They are child molesters behind that sheep's clothing. I know the Christian pastor look up there, look dapper in his little priestly robe and all that. I know he look good. That brother is a wolf in sheep's clothing, and he don't care nothing about you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. He don't care nothing about you. But you know he care about getting your wife and giving counsel to her alone. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, why can't you say what you got to say to my wife in front of me?
For real.
Right. Why can't we need to go to counsel together? We both in this marriage. Oh, brother, I'll counsel you tomorrow. Let me counsel her sister Shirley today. You know what I'm talking about? In my office with the door locked. You know what I'm talking about? Late at night. You feel me? See, it's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and Sister Shirley ain't even home yet from the counsel that she had with the Christian pastor. Ain't that something? Go ahead, Art.
Come.
Salakia.
But inwardly, they are ravening wolves.
They're what?
Ravening wolves.
Ooh, inwardly, they just trying to eat. They trying to get that tithe money. They trying to have sex with your wife. They trying to molest kids. They trying to have lustful pleasure. Pleasuring the lust. Oh, Salakia. You know what? It's just no, it wasn't. It was
kind of.
Yeah. But that's what they're doing. Inwardly, they're ravening wolves. Inwardly, they don't care anything about the younglings. They don't care anything about you, about anybody. All they care about is themselves. They don't even care about their family half the time. Keep going.
Come on. Verse 16. Ye shall know them by their fruits.
Right. Because every tree has a fruit. Mm-hmm. Right? If it's a bad tree, they're gonna have bad fruits. right? So you should know them by how they congregation act.
Right.
You should know them by how they congregation act. You should know that's how you know the I.S.U.P.K is the I.S.U.P.K. Because in the I.S.U.P.K it ain't no cowards and they don't act like the rest of the world.
Right.
They act like priests. They act like they got something. They hold themselves at a higher standard.
That's right.
That's how you know. That's how you know. But in the Christian church and in the Muslim mosque, they don't hold themselves high as they don't hold themselves to a high standard, because they be in there having sex with everybody's wife, and they be in there selling drugs, smoking drugs. You know what I'm talking about? Same thing over here with the Muslim mosques. Same thing with these fake Israelite groups. They smoke weed. You know what I'm talking about? They be in strip clubs having Passover. You know what I'm talking about? They be fighting at unity camps and all that. They really hate their brothers and sisters. They hate them. Keep going, all right.
Come on. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles?
Right. No, they don't. Keep going, all right.
Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit.
Right. That's how you know the I.S.U.P.K is from a good tree.
That's right.
That's how you know the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is from a good tree. People that don't like us, they trust us. They might not like us. They might be like, y'all niggas is crazy. You know what I'm talking about? But they'll trust us to work security for them or something. They'll trust us to be around them and not mess with their wives and not mess with their children and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They might say, "Oh, you niggas is crazy," but they know where to come to get safe get safe haven.
Right.
They know where they know where to go to get help with whatever they need help with. Because the I.S.U.P.K have good fruits. We bear good fruits.
That's right.
All over the world, we bear good fruits. But they know, but for some reason, the white man got them thinking that the Christian church is just so damn righteous when they're so unrighteous and evil and wicked. Keep going on.
But a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
Right, because a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit, right? That's how we know the Catholic Church is evil, because they have 200,000 of child molestation cases in the Catholic Church.
Right.
Different priests all over the world. Why do they molest children so much? Mm-hmm. And then they don't do anything. They don't even give them a slap on the wrist. They just send them to a whole different a whole different part of the world and let them molest children there. That's all they do. That's all they do. Same thing goes with the Nation of Islam. Right? Same thing goes with the Nation of Islam. Same thing goes with these fake Israelite groups. Child molesters. You know what I'm talking about? And they keep proving themselves to be child molesters and rapists and whoremongers and drug addicts and drug dealers, because the cases come out every day. The cases come out every day. Everybody thought Brother Polite was a great person, great soul. He wouldn't do nothing crazy like this. He wouldn't do nothing crazy like that. Then what happened?
And he got caught molesting somebody.
That's what I'm saying.
Got put on trial for it.
Yeah, he ain't went to trial yet, but they got plenty of evidence and semen and all that and DNA evidence. Damn. So they say. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But that stuff like that don't happen in the I.S.U.P.K. When the last time somebody in the I.S.U.P.K. ever had a child molestation case?
If Polite read the Bible, he would have known not to do that. But he shot a Bible up, so he couldn't read it.
Hey, I'm asking you the same question. When in the I.S.U.P.K. has that ever happened?
Never happened.
When?
Never.
Never happened. Never happened, man. It's never happened. Why has it never happened? Because our tree bear good fruit.
Right.
Our commanding general Yohana has raised great generals, and great generals has raised great captains. Great captains have raised great officers of 5,000. Great officers of 5,000 have raised great great officers of 1,000, great officers of 1,000 have raised great 500s, 500s, great 50s, and so on. But the tree grows from the roots and it's spraying out, and everything has that good fruit, man, that good understanding, man.
That's right.
And we ain't got no time for no malarkey out here because we're too busy up trying to raise a nation.
That's right.
We too busy trying to bring a nation back from the dead, man. Trying to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the meaning of serving a power, man, of serving their God, man. That's what we're too busy doing. We're too busy trying to teach, man. We ain't got no time for all that other malarkey, all that other BS. Keep going.
Convocations, verse 18. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit.
Right. You cannot bring forth evil fruit in the I.S.U.P.K, man.
That's right.
Because before that evil fruit even gets to the edge to fall off, somebody's checking that. Mm-hmm. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, that's what happened? You know what I'm talking about? I can't tell you how many times they take somebody to counsel. This to counsel, that to counsel. Oh, that happened? Why didn't you take them to counsel? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? We live in counsel, basically. We live in counsel, basically. All that BS is not going to flourish here. You can't do it here. Keep going.
Convocations. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
Right. Because you can't, and the Christian church can't bring forth good fruit. Why can't it bring forth good fruit? Because it's too busy being wicked.
Right. Too busy being evil. Too busy being silly. Too busy telling everybody that the laws are done away with so they can do all types of manner of evil. If the laws are done away with, you can go ahead and go steal now. If the laws are done away with, you can commit adultery. If the laws are done away with, you can murder your brother. If the laws are done away with, you can do all that. The laws are done away with, brother. It never fails. Because I know what they're gonna say, so I'm like, okay, the laws are done away with. So it's okay to be an adulterer now? No, but you said the laws are done away with. That's something you said. I didn't say that. I didn't say the laws are done away with. You said the laws are done away with. So in the Christian church, they can't bring forth good fruit because they're too busy being wicked. They're too busy being evil. They're too busy plotting on brothers trying to have sex with their wife and plotting on brothers trying to steal their money. Right.
Same thing goes for the Christians. Same thing goes for these fake Israelite groups. In I.U.I.C, they said they had a brother called the Pocket.
How was that?
The Pocket.
He was stealing everybody?
No, he had so much money. Every time they need something, they're like, hey, brother, you know what I'm talking about? Can a man rob God? You know what I'm talking about? You know how they do, man.
Yeah, that's like Christianity right there.
Yeah, you know how they do, man. They're gonna do that, bro. Because they're gonna do that because why? They really hated that brother.
Wow.
They really hated that brother. So of course they're gonna do that because they really hate their brother. Except here in the I.S.U.P.K, man, brothers by brothers, tires for their car,
right?
Whatever they need, food to eat. You know what I mean? Whatever you need, brother, don't worry about it. Hell, you just bought me a bottle of wine today. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't get it. That's why I don't get it how you can preach or teach so much brotherhood, right? Because the Bible's all about brotherhood.
Right.
You can teach all about brotherhood, and then when you get in there, she said, what does I.S.U.P.K stand for? It says I.S.U.P.K stands for the Israelite. Let me see. The Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge.
That's right.
The Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, because this knowledge that we're speaking is practical. It's not hard to understand. It's not hard to learn. It's very easy. It's very simple. You just have to be open to learning it.
That's right.
All right, where was we at?
We was in Matthew chapter 7, verse 19.
Go ahead.
Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down.
Ooh, it says every tree that does not bring forth good fruit is what?
Hewn down.
You know what that means?
Like chopped up.
Yeah,
down,
you know what I'm talking about? It's hewn down, chop, chop, chop. It's chopped down. So if you don't bring forth that good tree, the Christian church is what?
Is hewn down.
The Muslim mosque is what?
Hewn down.
These fake Israelite groups are what?
Hewn down.
Hewn down, chopped down. That's why the I.S.U.P.K has been here since 1969, and we're undefeated. Why? Because we bring forth good fruit. Start that verse over again. Huh?
This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 19. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down
and what?
And cast into the fire.
And did what?
Cast into the fire.
Man, is hewn down and cast into the fire. So the Christian church now is getting hewn down and cast into the fire. So is these fake Israelite groups, and so is these Muslim mosques, right. And so is as all of these religions on the planet. They're getting hewn down, chopped down, and cast into the fire. Mm-hmm. Why? Because the I.S.U.P.K is doing its job. The I.S.U.P.K is doing its job. Everything else is getting tossed into the fire, and this truth is getting spread out. This truth is getting cast out.
Right.
Everybody's knowing about the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge now. When I walk up to somebody and tell them, like, hey, man, yeah, I got to give them a card or something, they be like, oh, Israelites. Yeah. You know what it is. Yeah, you know what it is.
No, so like the other day, I just go to get something on my break, and I wasn't like dressed all hardcore, but you could tell just from the demeanor, right? I walked by and there was somebody that was selling stuff outside of the place I was going to get some food from, and he looked at me and he was like, "Yo, peace, God." Like, I was like, "What's up with all that, yo?" I'm like, "Why you got?" He said, "Peace, God." I'm like, "Good night." I was like, "Hey, man, hey, shalom." That's what I said. I said, "Shalom, bro."
You feel me? And like real talk. Everybody I talk to, man, I give them a card or something. They're like, "Oh, Israelites, man, I heard about y'all." Like, oh, word. Well, we here now. You know what I'm talking about? We got a school here, brand new school. We just raising up soldiers. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Like, give them the card, man, and pray the Most High they call. One day their life is gonna get so hard, they're gonna look at that card and be like, "Oh, I remember this, brother." And they're gonna get that number a call, and the rest is gonna be history. Real talk. Keep going on.
Verse 20. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them.
So that's the subject of the whole matter. By their fruits we should know them.
That's right.
We're gonna know them by their fruits. We're gonna know them by their fruits. You want to say something, Mark?
No, I'm good.
All right. Go ahead. Give me that Ecclesiastes 12.
Okay.
Ooh, snap. Ecclesiastes 12. You know what I want on that. 13.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13.
Because they always want to have some deep, dark mystery towards for everything. And it's very simple. That's why it's universal practical knowledge. Mm-hmm. It's practical knowledge. Everybody can understand this. Everybody understands that. You know what I'm talking about? But they always want to have a deep, see, brother, you don't understand, brother. You know what I'm talking about? God loves everybody, brother. You know what I'm talking about? Meanwhile, they're not keeping not one law in the Bible except tithing. Right. And they're not even doing that right. You know what I mean? Keep going on. Let me get that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Right. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. The conclusion means the sum of it all.
Right.
Right? The sum of the whole matter. Let me hear the sum of the whole matter.
Right.
This is everything. This is everything cast in two verses. Go ahead.
Okay. Fear Yahweh.
It says fear the Most High. That's what that's one thing you got to do. You got to fear the Most High. You got to fear the Most High. You want to know why marriages last so long in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge?
Because people fear the Most High.
You damn right. We fear the Most High. So before we get with that woman, we make sure that woman is right for us before we have sex with that woman, or we you know what I mean?
Right.
Before we marry that woman, because there's no divorce in the Bible. Mm-hmm. No divorce. There's no divorce out here for that. You know what I mean? So now we have to make sure that woman is right for us. That we got to spend our whole life with them. You know what I mean? That's why marriages last so long in the I.S.U.P.K, because we fear the Most High. That's why I know child molestation in the I.S.U.P.K, because we fear the Most High. That's why there's nobody sleep with each other's wives in the I.S.U.P.K, because we fear the Most High,
Right.
and we fear that judgment, what's going to come with that, because we know something comes with that. It's going to be a bad judgment or a good judgment. Your work is going to be good. You're going to get good judgment. Your work is going to be bad. You're going to get bad judgment.
Right.
The Most High kick you in your derriere. He will. The Most High kick you in your derriere. I don't know what these Christian these Christian churches think that's going on in these Catholic churches think. Like, I don't know what Bible they're reading, but they're definitely not reading the Bible that we reading, because the Bible that we reading, the Lord is a terrible power. You know what I mean? The Lord is a terrible power. Moses did so much, and he didn't even make it to the kingdom because he disobeyed the Lord one time. Or he says he said out of his mouth he said something crazy about the Lord. You know what I'm talking about? And the Lord was like, oh, that's how you feel? And he was hewn down. You know what I'm talking about? He was hewn down, and Moses did not see the kingdom. You feel me? He did not see the promised land. He did not see that thing there. Why? He did because he disobeyed the Lord one time, where he said something bad about the Lord. Not bad about the Lord, but he didn't do what the Lord said one time. That's dangerous. That's scary.
That's right.
You know what I'm talking about? That's scary right there, man. Go ahead.
Come on. Fear Yahweh.
Right.
And keep his commandments.
And do what?
Keep his commandments.
No, brother, the commandments, the laws is done away with, brother.
Keep his commandments.
No, it says keep his commandments. It says keep his commandments. But everybody sinned. Everybody sinned before.
Keep his commandments.
Right. Go ahead. Keep going.
For this is the whole duty of man.
This is your duty, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You know, like police be like, in the line of duty. You know what I'm talking about? That mean they're out there trying to protect and serve, which we know that's a lie, but that's what they're doing. They tell me in the line of duty. Well, your line of duty, black man, is to do what?
Keep his commandments.
That's your line of duty, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be keeping the commandments of the Lord. That's what you're supposed to be doing, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Not smoking weed all day on your baby mama couch, watching videos, or you know what I'm talking about? That's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be keeping the commandments of the Lord. I know everybody wants to be a rapper and everything like that. We have rappers in the I.S.U.P.K too, but you know what they are before they're rappers? Priests.
That's right.
They're priests of the Lord before they're rappers. You know what I mean? Nothing stops the work of the Lord. That's just a hobby they got. Or that's just something that they do on the side. But what they are priests. Keep going, all right?
Verse 14. For Yahweh shall bring every work into judgment.
Right, because the Lord's going to bring every work into judgment. Whether it be good work, whether it be bad work, but he's going to judge you on that work. Bad works are bad works is bad judgment. Good works is good judgment.
That's right.
He's going to judge you. He's going to judge us on our works. So everybody better get to working. And the only way you can work is by keeping these law, statutes, and commandments and getting in this I.S.U.P.K. That's the only way you can get to work. You could be in the Christian church doing as much work as you want. The Lord don't see that because you're not in his ranks. You dig what I'm saying? Keep going, all right.
Into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Right. It says just go back with every secret thing. Go say that one. What?
For Yahweh shall bring every work into judgment.
Right.
With every secret thing.
Right. Whenever you having sex with that whore.
Every secret thing.
Right. Whenever you smoking that weed, you think nobody can see you.
Every secret thing.
Right. Every secret thing. Every secret thing. You know, I know it's Christmas and I'm not supposed to celebrate Christmas, but you know, tomorrow, here's your gift when you're gonna give the gift to the whore. Every secret thing. I know you think nobody sees you, but the Lord sees you. The Most High sees all. Keep going.
Whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Whether it be what?
whether it be good or whether it be evil.
So if it's an evil work or if it's the good work, the Lord is going to see that. Now let's get that article out. Yeah, let's get that. Let's get the article.
Right?
Let's get the article. There you go. There we go.
I got. Do you talking about the MLK?
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Let's get that article. Hold on. I'm getting it right now. I'm getting it.
JFK. Oh, Salaki. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
Article from Newsweek. JFK file. FBI monitored Martin Luther King's abnormal sex life of orgies, hookers, and Joan Bays.
I don't know. I don't know. That's probably some old stuff, man.
Okay. The Trump administration released an FBI document containing allegations about the sexual misconduct of Martin Luther King as part of its declassification of information relating to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy.
Keep going.
The 1968 document alleges financial improprieties by King's civil rights organization.
Wait. So they said it was laundering money or something? They said what? Wait. Read that part again.
Come on, Khan. The 1968 document alleges financial improprieties by King's civil rights organization.
Somebody's stealing money. That's what they talking about. Somebody's stealing money. Go ahead.
Okay. It says the Southern Christian Leadership Conference attempts to tie King to communist organizations and details a series of claims about King's multiple alleged affairs.
Ooh, multiple alleged affairs.
Boy, living it up.
Wait a minute. Let's see who he's having affairs with. Go ahead.
It is not clear if any of the information in the dossier was verified. It makes no mention of JFK, and the FBI has not disclosed why it was held as part of the cache of documents relating to the Kennedy assassination. They just threw it in there just to ruin his reputation.
Right. No. They don't know why it was said it was part of the Kennedy JFK assassination. They have the records, they have the video. I mean, not the videos, but the recordings and all that. But they're just trying to see. They don't know why they put it in there, part of that JFK assassination.
Probably because Trump wanted them to just do that. You know what I'm talking about? Like he's always trying to ruin the image of the black man. You know?
Hey man, that's his job. Right. Is to ruin the image of the black man. Go ahead.
Former FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover's empathy to King is well documented, and he went to extreme lengths, including authorizing breaking into and bugging King's home and offices to destroy his reputation.
Stop. You see how much wickedness and breaking the law that they do just to get the dirt on a black man.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
They can't get no dirt on the I.S.U.P.K, man, because we ain't gonna do nothing but bring them in here and they're gonna become priests. Mm-hmm. It's because ain't no white man coming in here. You know what I mean? So they're gonna have to get a black dude, and we ain't gonna do nothing but raise them up.
Right.
He gonna be an officer of 5,000. Like, you know, white man, this is the devil that the Bible speak of. Good night. Go ahead.
Oh God! It says the zeal of the FBI's campaign against King has been outlined in tens of thousands of declassified FBI memos from the 1960s.
God, he was having a whole bunch of sex.
And congressional hearings on the FBI's harassment of King in the 1970s.
Right.
The declassified file.
Wait, in the 1970s, he was dead. This is good night. Go ahead,
The declassified file is not the first time FBI information about King's infidelity has been made public.
It's not the first time. So they've been known about this. How everybody been knowing about this, but nobody ever told me about this when I was younger. They gonna wait till Commander General Hanna tell me. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
The declassified file is not the first time, Slacky. The wiretaps that recorded information about King's affairs, which the FBI tried to use against King, first emerged via congressional hearings in the 1970s.
Oh, see, I wasn't born then. I wasn't even thought about. Go ahead.
Trump has ordered the National Archive to release all documents relating to the assassination, with the FBI file one of 646 documents from the Kennedy investigation released on Friday.
Damn.
The 20-page file profiles King when he was engaged in his historic campaign for civil rights and is dated 3 weeks before his April 4th, 1968 assassination.
Man.
The course King chooses to follow at this critical time could have momentous impact in the future of race relations in the United States, the document's introduction reads. And for that reason, this paper has been prepared to give some insight into the nature of the man himself, as well as the nature of his views, goals, objectives, tactics, and the reasons, therefore.
Oh, it's getting deep.
It's getting in there, yo.
Let me take a sip of my drink. There's sips.
Let's get the tea.
Right, yeah, it's all sips tea. You feel me? Oh, it's getting deep.
The tea. Convocations. Ready?
Yeah,
Convocations. A section of the document entitled King's Personal Conduct contains a series of claims about King's extramarital affairs, including a relationship with folk singer Joanne Baez. I'm gonna post a link in the chat so like this.
Who's Joanne Baez? Sounds like a white woman.
You about to Google it? Or
You know I'm about to Google it. You know I'm about to Google it.
I'm posting a link to the article we reading for those in the chat. Make sure to cop that.
Oh, it is.
Let me see, who that look like? Joanne Baez?
It is a white woman. I knew it.
Yeah. Got a younger picture of us? Like
She still, it don't look no better.
she do look old.
Wow. I wish, can they see? Yeah. This is Joanne Baez.
She look like that chick from Forrest Gump.
Right. Jenny. That's Joanne Baez, a white woman.
Mm-hmm.
I told y'all, man, you be careful about those about those false prophets.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Okay. The document describes the alleged sex acts King engaged in as unnatural and abnormal.
Right, because the Lord said it was unnatural and abnormal.
Right.
The Lord said don't have sex with these other nations. Go ahead.
And details an orgy that took place during workshops King held in Miami, Florida. In February 1968, with funds from the Ford Foundation to train Black ministers in leadership, several Negro and white prostitutes were brought in from the Miami area. An all-night sex orgy was held with these prostitutes and some of the delegates in attendance.
Stop. Start that paragraph over. Start that. So this is what happened. What?
They took money. Hold on. It says, with funds from the Ford Foundation to train Black ministers in leadership.
I know.
Now,
I
read the gates thereof languishing.
I'm telling y'all thought I was playing, man. It's a setup.
Right.
They tricking us out of our position.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
It says several Negro and white prostitutes were brought in from the Miami area.
So they training black ministers in leadership, but they giving them prostitutes, black prostitutes and white prostitutes. Good night, man. Good night. Go ahead, man.
An all-night sex orgy was held with these prostitutes.
It says an all-night sex orgy. So apparently they were switching. What's the name? They were switching.
That's gay, bro.
Yeah, that is very homosexual. But they were switching. They were switching sex partners. You done over there, Reverend Abernathy? You know what I'm talking about? Here, take this one.
Hey, I see you over there. Bro, that's gross, man. Like, how you gonna do that, man?
And Martin Luther King talking about, I only want the white ones. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Pimp C would not approve. Sloppy.
You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I don't approve.
Mm-hmm.
That is wild, man. When we done with that, give me Deuteronomy 7 and 3.
I'm gonna read all of this.
Yeah, keep reading, Art.
One room had a large table in it, which was filled with whiskey. The 2 Negro prostitutes were paid $50 to put on a sex show for the entertainment of the guests. A variety of sex acts deviating from the normal were observed.
What the? So they watching them like, hey, yeah, Brother Abernathy was tearing that up, huh? And you know Jesse Jackson was there. You gonna call me a nigga today? They on some other stuff, man. Go ahead, bro.
It goes on to label the African American Civil Rights Organization King led as a tax dodge and describes the alleged communist ties of King's associates. The document was authored while Hoover was director of the FBI. Then Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy had authorized phone tapping surveillance of King as part of the FBI's controversial domestic intelligence program. That's kind of where it goes into the... I'm trying to see that. You reading ahead?
Yeah.
Let me know if there's any other part that you need, Slocky.
No, we good.
Okay.
We good on that. That blew my mind. I gotta put that in the archives. Yeah, dude, in the archives. I'm gonna bring that out. I would bring that out.
MLK, babe. You know what I'm saying? This is the person that they want to teach about in kindergarten and in middle school and high school is to be our example of Black excellence.
You want to know why? Because he had turned the other cheek. And Malcolm X wasn't about that, and other there was other civil rights leaders out there too that was not like that. That was not like turn up the cheek. They was like, you feel me? They was on that radical tip, but they just for some reason they gravitated towards Martin Luther King because he was nonviolent. So they wanted me to be nonviolent. They wanted you to be nonviolent. So they pushed that nonviolent out there. You know what I mean? And we still found the I.S.U.P.K. We're still nonviolent. You know what I'm talking about? We're still nonviolent. We are the most nonviolent people on the planet. You know what I'm talking about? Right? The I.S.U.P.K. is. Mm-hmm. We don't hurt nobody. We don't harm nobody.
That's a crazy article, man. That's crazy.
Right? I see you still thinking about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're nonviolent, but you can't encroach in our space and you can't harm us. You know what I'm talking about? Because the Lord to get his vengeance. Mm-hmm. You got that Deuteronomy 7 and 3?
It's like it. Let me get that right now.
Let me get that Deuteronomy 7 and 3 one time.
I'm gonna flip. I'm right there.
That's Martin Luther King, boy. He boy. He was old one. They was old one. I cannot believe this. Wait till I share this. Wait till I
feel like I need to title this class Deuteronomy 7 and 3 now.
Yeah, boy, that boy, wow. Boy, this boy is wild.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Right. It says, neither shall we make marriages with them. How do you get married? Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man? You have sex. Mm-hmm. That's what consummates the marriage, man. That's what makes a man and woman actually come together as one. Right? It says, neither should you make marriages with them. Don't make marriages with these other nations. Don't be like Michael King. Michael King was having sex with Joanne Boaz.
Whatever
her name was, but she was a white woman. Go ahead.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
And you make sure that your daughter's not messing with these white boys out here, which is going up at a alarming rate. A very alarming rate is that's going up, and they need to stop that. Go ahead.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
And that's been at a high rate. Black men been having sex with white women. They get rich and they go marry a white woman, keep a white woman. They need to stop that too. And their sisters and brothers in the hood, as good sisters and brothers that need, you know what I mean? Yeah, I need to quit messing with those other nations. Don't be like Martin Luther King. Go ahead.
Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
No, it says they might.
For they will turn away thy son from following me.
It's a fact The Lord said it will. It didn't say it might. I don't know if you do it. It might not. That
Right.
the Lord said it will. Keep going.
That they may serve other gods.
That they may do what?
That they may serve other gods.
Because you're gonna serve other gods, because that's what if you a black man, right, and you marry a white woman, right, it's your job to console that woman, your wife. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? That's why you should have a black woman or Hispanic woman or a Native American woman, so you can have a common ground.
Right.
But with you and that white woman, you're gonna wanna console her, so you're gonna end up leaving the Lord and trying to help with her gods and trying to do things for her gods. What's up, Art?
It becomes, like, if I could, it becomes a huge mess, because how are you going to keep the Sabbath? How are you going to keep the Passover, the Feast of Dedication, when her and her whole entire family is celebrating Christmas and
Right.
Easter and birthdays and Valentine's Day and all these little traps to get you to serve their gods and not serve our God? And most of these brothers out here in the world, I can tell you 110% of them are serving another God because they're celebrating those customs that are tied in with them. They think that they're in some kind of fancy, happy-go-lucky relationship. Meanwhile, they're being destroyed because they done married into the wrong person. They done married into the wrong family, and the wrong culture is just continuously destroying them because they keeping the wrong customs.
Damn right, Art.
Mm-hmm.
Damn right, Art. And the same thing goes for a black woman.
Damn straight.
Same thing goes for a black woman. You're gonna want to serve your husband and do what your husband do, and he's gonna be the white boy's gonna be celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, Halloween. Hell, the witches. He gonna be celebrating all types of bewitched, and you know what I mean, because that's his culture. But that's not your culture, black woman. That's why you need a priest to teach you your culture, to teach you your history. Right? I was watching something the other day, and they asked the question: Can you be in an interracial relationship and still be pro-black? No, you can't be pro-black.
Nope.
But you know, these brothers, they in the world, so they're
Maybe
not.
Hispanic, you know.
No. Oh no, but
Talking about black and Hispanic.
Well, I mean that they're the same race.
That's what I'm saying. But they
A Hispanic is black.
exactly.
They just don't know they black yet.
Yeah.
Until they be like nigga and be like, oh yeah, see, yeah, you feel me? You feel me? But they were asking the question: Can you be pro-black? Can you be in a Hispanic? Can you be in a interracial relationship and still be pro-black? And you know those brothers, yeah, you can, because they love white women. And I was thinking, I wish I was on the show. No,
Yeah.
you feel me? No, you can't. You feel me? Why do you feel like that? Because you how can you be pro-black and
You was Deuteronomy 7.
yeah, you feel me? How can you be pro-black and you're bringing forth children from another nation? You know what I mean? That's not pro-black. You know what I mean? That's not pro-Israelite. You know what I mean? Only way you can be pro-black is if you black, Hispanic, or Native American having sex with a black, Hispanic, or Native American. That's pro-black. Or that's pro your race. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
I remember that video, and I remember there was a Jake that actually kind of agreed with what we would have said.
Yeah.
But when they asked him about it, he couldn't explain it. He just said it's just something didn't feel right with it. I can't quite put my hand on it, but he kind of knew. He just had that feeling. It was like something just don't seem right about somebody saying, "Oh, black power this," and then they got a white woman.
Yeah.
And before you know it, now guess what? MLK is the same exact same one.
I'm trying to tell you, but he wasn't pro-black. He was pro-white.
Mm-hmm. Now we know why.
Yeah, now we know why he was pro-white.
Mm-hmm.
Because he liked white women. He was like, "Yeah, you gonna
Like
call me a nigga today?" I was looking for that audio so bad. I was looking for that audio because the Martin Luther King, he was having sex with a white woman. He told her, "You gonna call me a nigga today?" And that's what he said. Real talk. That's what happened. And I was looking for that audio all day, and I could not find that audio. I am going to reach out to the men above me, and I'm going to get that audio because that blows my mind.
That sounds like a sample for a hip hop track. Like
That blows my mind, man. Because like, and then that's who they push out to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Give me Matthew 11. I mean Matthew 24. Matthew 24, verse 11.
Okay. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
Right, because that's what they do. They rise and they deceive many. Martin Luther King deceived many. Farrakhan is deceiving many. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he deceived many. Joel Osteen, Crawford Dollar, TD Jakes, they're all deceiving everybody. What's that one that's dead now? But he got caught molesting them children, and then they gave him a ceremony being the king of Israel. Eddie Long. Eddie Long. He got caught molesting boys, and then he got out of jail, whatever. And then they put a purple sash around the brother, and carried him around the altar or whatever, around the Christian church, trying to talk about he's the king of Israel.
What was Polite's mentor's name too?
Who?
Malachi York.
Oh yeah,
Malachi York, another one.
Yep, that is another one. Malachi York is another one. You know what I'm talking about? These brothers, because they're going to deceive many. Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound.
Right, because they're they don't do nothing but do iniquity, man. They do drugs. They have sex with white women. They have sex with children. You know what I'm talking about? They try to molest. They try to have sex with brothers' wives. They do all types of iniquity, man. Go ahead.
The love of many shall wax cold.
Right, and soon their love is not going to be love anymore. Who else? What's that? Steve Harvey. What do you say? Think like a man, act like a woman, think like a man, or something like that. No, you act like a woman, you think like a woman. Hell, you talking about think like a man, act like a lady? You can't do that. You can't think one way and act another way. That doesn't work. You know what I mean? And it says the love of many shall wax cold. Right? So all this love that they're getting now, one day everybody's gonna wake up and they're gonna see that they are wicked. Keep going on.
Come on. That's the end of that verse.
Keep going.
Did you want verse 13?
Yeah.
But he that shall endure unto the end.
Salagia. Jump down to verse 24. Salagia.
Come. Verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs.
It should do what?
There shall arise false Christs.
Right. They should arise false Christ. The Caesar Borgia, that's a false Christ. Right. But also your Christian pastor's a false Christ.
Right.
He's trying to I just told you about Eddie Long when he came out and he wanted to be they put him a sash on like he was the king of Israel. They told him it said king of Israel on there. You know what I'm talking about? We only have one king, man, and that is Yahushua Mashiach, man.
Right.
No child molester, pimp, prostituting himself with other nations is going to be our king, man. Keep going on.
Okay. And false prophets.
Right. And false prophets, right? Go ahead.
Shall show great signs and wonders.
Salakia. They're going to show great signs and wonders. What's going to be their signs and wonders, Ak?
Just it's crazy scandals that happen.
There we go. It's not going to be nothing. We're going to think it's crazy. Like, what? Dang, you know what I'm talking about? That brother was raping women. You know what I'm talking about? He was molesting kids. Like, man, but we already knew it was coming. You know what I'm talking about? Like Joel Osteen had $600,000 in the wall. You know what I'm talking about? He said, wait a minute. That's how you know he was doing evil. Because what do drug dealers do?
They put money in places you don't expect.
In the wall, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing Joel Osteen did. Joel Osteen, and he said somebody stole the tithes money.
Yeah, okay.
And then that brother put it in the wall. I mean, that devil put it in the wall. Mm-hmm. Boy, I was like, man, you know what I'm talking about? That's how you know he was trying to hide it. Because it was in the wall. It wasn't like, you know what I'm talking about? He hid it in the wall. You remember Fast and Furious 2?
Yeah.
When they went to go get the homeboys' money and it was in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's where all the drug dealers hide their money at, in the wall. Get a house built, put the money in the wall. I'm trying to tell you, keep going. All right?
Okay. And so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
Right. They should deceive the very elect. I came from the Christian church. What about you?
Yeah, from Baptist church.
You know what I'm talking about? And a lot of other brothers in the I.S.U.P.K. came from that church. They should deceive the very elect. But we here in the I.S.U.P.K. now. And there's no deceiving us no more.
That's right.
There's no deceiving us no more because we found the truth. Oh, this stuff with the I.S.U.P.K., the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Right? Home of the truth. Give me Luke 6:24.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
Did you need Galatians or not?
I'm trying to skip through it because I got a lot more scriptures to get to.
Okay.
We got a lot more scriptures to get to. It's 24.
Okay.
Luke 6 and Luke, the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 24. And if you don't have your Bibles out, going along with us and pen and pad and writing these scriptures down, you should. You should. And if you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat. Go ahead and ask them questions. We're gonna get all the questions answered tonight.
Luke chapter 6, verse 24.
Uh-huh.
But woe unto you that are rich.
It says what?
Woe unto you that are rich.
Man, all these rich pastors, man, they got all this dough and all this money, hiding money in the church. It says, woe to you that are rich, man. Woe to y'all that are rich. Keep going.
Okay. For ye have received your consolation.
Right, you receiving your heaven right here on earth. You receiving your heaven right here, right now. You talking about you talking about you looking to get into heaven. You got your heaven, man. You got the Rolls Royce, you got the jets, you got the nice big house. You ain't want for nothing. You don't need no help with no bills, no rent, no light bill, no nothing. No nothing. Everybody believe you, talk to you. Oh, you must be a prophet because you're so nice. You know what I'm talking about? Meanwhile, the brother's actually keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's just not nice. Everybody looks at him like you just mean and rude and ugh.
That's such a put off the way you talk.
Yeah, the way I talk. Why? I talk real. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody talk like, hey, yeah, brother, and this, that, brother. No, you want to talk about like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? That's what the Lord wants. The Lord don't. That's a priest of prophet.
Right.
That's a priest of prophet. Not talking about like, hey, man.
You heard?
You heard me? Yeah, hey, man. You know what I'm talking about? Go over there right there, man. that's what the Lord want, man. The Lord don't want no, hi, brother. Yeah, you just no, the Lord like a slang talking, you know what I'm talking about? A slang talking, long walking. You feel me? One of them, he like a real
right, that old rugged style.
Yeah, he like a roughneck. The Lord don't like no clean shaven brother. He like a roughneck. Like, man, watch out, man. Move around, bruh. You know, that's how the Lord. That's what the Lord wants. The Lord. That's how the Lord don't want no smooth talking, nice. Yeah, brother. And I tell you one thing, brother. You're a no. The Lord like, yeah, bruh. Chill out. Yes. You feel me?
Sound like Officer Spy. Right?
Good. Yeah. You think wild, man. Yeah, that's what he want. He don't want no nice talking. He want a priest. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, right.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Verse 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger.
Right, because the ones that are full right now, the ones that got all the money that eat good, that shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster, they're gonna be hungry one day. And then they're gonna be starving. You know what I mean? Because they was full though. They had all the money. They had all the consolation. They received their consolation right here on earth. Keep going, all right.
Woe unto you that laugh now.
Right, they always happy. Ha 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 ha, yeah, brother. You have a good day, brother. Nah, ha ha, yeah, brother. Ha ha. Those ones that always happy and chipper and You know what I'm talking about? Nothing ever happens to them. You feel me? But us, stuff happens to us every day. Black, Hispanic, Native Americans that's in the true I.S.U.P.K brothers, man, we go through it. You know what I'm talking about? Our wives leave us. You know what I'm talking about? Kids leave us. So like our wives leave us, our kids leave us, can't pay the bills because we always out teaching. You know what I'm talking about? We lose jobs because we like, we don't give a damn about your job. We finna go out here and teach this word. What's up, Art?
I was just saying though that verse 25 hits heavy because it's saying like, woe to you that are full, for ye shall hunger, and woe to you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. You know who's laughing now? Brothers that aren't focused on the rest of our people, brothers that are selfish. They're only worried about their belly, and their situation. And the thing about that's real wicked is that while they're laughing, there's still brothers strung up on drugs in the ghetto.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Like there's still babies that ain't got no diapers. You know what I'm saying?
Feel me? There's still women aborting children.
That ain't even in their world. That's not even in their mind because they're not actively thinking about the struggle that the rest of us are going through because they're trying to enjoy their little heaven right now. That's why, you know, in verse 24 it says you receive your consolation. It's like, okay, I see how it's gonna be. Enjoy it while you can. Yeah, because it ain't always gonna be like that.
You damn right. Yeah. You damn right. That's like all the rappers that's getting high and having sex with all the women and this that. They're receiving their consolation now. You feel me? That's why they always happy. They always got that big Kool-Aid smile because they high off drugs. You know what I'm talking about? You absolutely right. You right on that.
That's why I like Zero's lyric when he said, "I'd rather be a slave in heaven than be the most comfortable cat in hell." Like, you know, even though he won't be a slave in heaven, but he's still thinking like, let me not focus on just enjoying myself here. You know what I mean? Well, at least he said that back when he was hungry. You know what I'm talking about?
keep going on that.
Verse 26. So like verse 25, second precept. Woe unto you that laugh now.
Right.
For ye shall mourn and weep.
Right, because there's gonna be a coming time where they're not gonna be laughing. And that time is coming soon, man. Coronavirus is out here. The stores is getting a little skimpy on the groceries. You feel me? So that time is coming soon. That time is coming soon when they're gonna mourn and weep because they're not thinking about stocking up and getting their house in order and stuff like that. They worried about going out and having sex with the brothers' wives. Mm-hmm. They're not worried about that. They worried about they pleasure right here, right now. Right? Keep going.
Huh? Verse 26. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you.
Right, because that's what they do about Christian pastors and the Muslim mosque. And that's a good brother right there. That's a good brother right there. Meanwhile, they tell you, oh, nigga, you crazy. Nigga, you crazy. But they don't want to be around the Christian pastors. They want to be around the I.S.U.P.K. Because when we out there on the corner and we out there on the streets and we teaching, blazing, that's where everybody be at. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Don't nobody go to church on Sundays. You know, the only people who go to church on Sundays is the women.
And then the suckers that get dragged to church with them.
I don't know them. I don't know them. I be trying to find the brothers that go to church. Can't find them. Can't find them. While the women are at church, the brothers be at home like, I ain't on with that bull.
They're watching football.
You know what I'm talking about? When they should really be in control of their woman. Like, hey, you shouldn't go to that church neither and giving that pastor our money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? But they'll learn. They'll learn. It's better to battle with your woman than to let her do whatever she want to do. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta battle every day. Life is about warfare. You feel me?
Damn right.
Keep going, Art.
Khan. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets.
Let me get that last precept again.
Khan. Verse 26. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets.
Right, because they spoke well of them to the false prophets. I mean, they spoke well about the false prophets. But the false prophets are over now. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, don't nobody believe that BS, that malarkey. Now they looking for the truth, man. And that's why that's why all the women be like, I'm spiritual. I don't believe in that. And they're really those Christian churches, they really are turning people away from the Bible. You know what I mean? When they should be they should be turning away from Christianity and not the Bible, because the Bible is not Christianity. We all know that the Bible is not Christianity. Nowhere in the Bible do it say something about Christmas and Easter and New Year's and Halloween. But all that is in the Christian church. You know what I mean? Nowhere does it say God loves everybody, but that's in the Christian church. And then they're going to use John 3:16. I destroyed John 3:16 on Saturday. Good night.
You better. I hope there's a clip, man.
Good night.
Get that clip.
Good night. Let's go to the next precept, man. 2 Peter 2:1.
Come.
2 Peter 2:1. I destroyed that John 3:16 the other day. What it was.
How was it popping out there?
I destroyed the John 3:16 out there. You know, I was like,
you said first. Wait, what was that again? First.
2 Peter 2:1.
Oh, 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people.
Right, because amongst the people, right, there are also false prophets.
Right.
Go ahead.
Even as there shall be false teachers among you.
Right. So even though there are also false teachers among us. You know what I'm talking about? There was, and with the fake Israel, then they split off to the fake Israelite groups. Mm-hmm. Right. Go ahead.
It says, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies.
Right. Damnable heresies. Give me that definition of heresy.
I got the definition right here.
Go ahead.
Heresy. Dissensions arising from diversity of opinions and aims.
Right. What does that sound like?
Fake Israelite group.
You damn right.
Diversity of opinion.
Right. Diversity of opinion. Instead of following rank and order and
right.
what the men above you is speaking, you're like, that don't sound right, man. We can have sex with white women. I'm gonna start my own group. You know what I mean? And then what happens is another group breaks off from that, and 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 now we got 25 Israelite groups, and everybody's doing wickedness. You know what I mean? Because nobody wants to follow rank and order.
Right.
Nobody wants to follow the Bible in rank and order, man. That's why Barakatah Yahweh Shai for commanding General Yohana for holding on to this truth, man. Barakatah Yahweh Shai for commanding General Yohana for hanging on to this truth, man. Because if it wasn't for him, everybody left this truth, man. And commanding General Yohana was the only one strong enough to hold on to this truth, man. Mm-hmm. The only one. Keep going, Art.
Okay. Even denying the Lord that bought them,
right,
and bringing upon themselves swift destruction.
Right. It says even denying the Lord that brought them, man. Denying them, man. How do you deny Christ and how do you deny the Most High, man? How do you deny Christ and how do you deny the Most High? You guys are talking about, I do this for Christ and I do this for the Most High, but you're denying them every chance you get. You're no better than a Christian, man. You know worse. Sorry. You know worse than a Christian, man. Because the Christians say that they do it for Christ too, but then they do like the laws are done away with.
Right.
That's crazy, man. That's nonsense. Is there any more on that?
Come on, verse 2.
Go ahead.
And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth.
Wait. It says pernicious?
Yeah.
Give me that definition, Op. Give me that definition of pernicious. We're probably gonna end it here, Op.
Okay, I got it right now.
Go ahead.
Pernicious, having a harmful effect, especially in a gradual or subtle way.
Ooh-wee.
Sound like, yep.
Ooh-wee.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Art.
You want me to continue?
Yeah.
And many shall follow their, what was it?
Pernicious.
Their harmful effects, especially in a gradual or subtle way, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of.
Right. So everybody should follow their harmless way. So many people follow their harmless way, huh?
Or harmful.
Their harmful way. Their harmful way was whether it was sleeping with white women, whether it was saying that we can We can have sex with children or whatever.
Yes.
Well, no matter what it is, man, they're harmful ways because they want to take the Bible and use it to harm people. Meanwhile, we want to take the Bible and use it to help people. They want to harm people with it. Go ahead.
That's the end of that verse.
That's the end of that verse.
Come on.
All right. With that, we already do I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under commanding General Yohana. We've been teaching the truth of the Bible since 1969. And with that, I'll pass the class to Officer Yalawan.
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for the new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, they will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment found in the book of Numbers chapter 18 verse 21 and Malachi chapter 3 verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashara means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest funds, free will offerings for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the Feast of Purim, which is to take place on the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. This falls upon Monday, the 14th of February, and Tuesday, the 15th of February. You can find this in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 through 31. If anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, that concludes the I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. Next up, we're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the ancient Hebrew and then in the English. We're going to start, turn and face the front. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shimka. Yahweh. Malakwathka. Taba'ah. Ratazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathalanawa. Lacham. Call. Yawam. Wasalakanawa. Kabawathnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabawathnawa. Wallah. Tabayayanawa. Banasayawan. Abal. Haishayanawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Lakah. Hamalakwa. Wallah. Wa'atha pa'ara. Wa'ayalumyum. Aman. What we said was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. All right. With that, we're gonna imagine. We're gonna turn the face to front. We're gonna give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shabbat Rakatah. Yahweh Matah. We're gonna start, turn the face to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahweh Shema Alatan Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Matah. With that, class dismissed.